this morning, we're focusing a little bit more on slightly unusual type of accommodation throughout South Africa. And joining us, we have Yvonne and Janine from SafariNow. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And I'm so happy we're talking about traveling because I believe if we take a look at Africa as a whole, it is a gem. It is a gem. There's so many different places. And I think last week we spoke about the fact that South Africans really like to do their own thing when traveling. Have you seen a definite move away, Yvonne, from the more traditional and conventional type of accommodations?
Well, Ewan, absolutely. A few years ago, South Africans were more focused on checking into hotels, the more traditional type of accommodation. But in recent years, we've seen a massive shift towards the more unique, quirky, quaint type of accommodation, and that is what our core business is about. We focus on all spectrum, from the hotel accommodation all the way to the very special places, the kind of place that gives you goosebumps when you find it.
Indeed. You know, I, for one, like to find those little unique little getaways. But I mean, Janine, social media, I like to, when I go on holiday, you know, upload photos, share my experiences, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Did social media, you know, play a huge role, or what role does it play in terms of traveling nowadays?
I mean, massive. I mean, you know, we've hardly checked in or put on our bags, and we've already taken photos of the view and the bed we're sleeping in and all that. So there's a massive element of upmanship between us. We really try and outdo the last experience or show our friends what an amazing time we have. So social media does really play a big role in travellers' lives. So it's really become a social travel environment where we're obviously looking for the more unique, quirky destinations, you know, for the better backdrop, the better scenic selfie. So yeah, you know about it. So,
exactly, for sure. Talk to me about some of those unique places. I mean, what are some of the places that you can recommend?
We've got everything from boat houses to tree houses to staying in caves, airstream trailer parks, like Old MacDaddy, for instance, in Elgin is one of my personal favourites. It's like a whole lot of luxury airstream trailers that Jody actually imported from America, and they all actually have been decorated and branded with various South African designers that have kitted it out. Our Cape Town famous bakery, Charlie's Bakery, have actually done two of them as well. So every time you go into the various trailers, you can always find something new, something quirky, like a cake tin hanging from the roof, or cushions made out of felt. I don't know, anything you can think of. There's a lot of different themes. One of my personal favourites would be Dirkie Sanchez, which is actually you have a boxing ring for a bed. So equipped with boxing gloves and a mask, so you can really have it out with your partner and have a lot of fun.
That's well, of course, I mean, the Old MacDaddy, they are renowned for making a very special and unique experience. What about some other alternative accommodations that you can recommend?
Well, I would definitely recommend our treehouse selection. I know when you hear treehouse, you think childhood memories. Yes, indeed, it brings out the child in you. We've got one very special place, Vinde Guest Farm. It's in Stellenbosch. This unit is very popular with the couples, actually, because there's a spa on site, you've got a fireplace on site, and it's also suitable for families because they've got one unit, a really big one. It's an 8-sleeper unit with a plunge pool and a private garden. So you can take your kids out there, still have your personal space, and be a couple while you're away. So I would recommend the tree houses. We also, if you're not a fan of climbing tree houses, then we've got our liquid living houseboat. It's out in Vanderbilt Park. It's luxury on water. You've got a jacuzzi on board. You've got a chef and a skipper, and you've got a different view, different sunrise every morning. It's really exciting out there.
Jeez, that's so incredible. I mean, South Africa really has so much different places to offer and so much beautiful places to offer as well. But what if you want to get away from the rivers and the treetops? What about more conventional accommodation?
We cater for that as well. Like for the history lovers, for example, Dutch Manor Antique Hotel in the Boerkaap. Really has a lot of history. Every inch of the hotel has a story to tell. You know, there's antiques and furniture that date back 200 years ago, made by the slaves of the area. You know, some chairs even have stood in Parliament. So, you know, it's like I said, everything has a story there. Really quaint, really unique. Not everything is old. I mean, the hotel does have electricity and flat screen TVs and Wi-Fi. So it's really old school charm and with modern comforts.
No, I think you're not only whetting my appetite for travel, but also the appetites of our viewers out there to explore South Africa. Where can people get hold of you guys in terms of, you know, just finding out about these unique places?
Well, you can find all the information on our website. It's safarinow.com. It's very user-friendly, and we've got a great support team out there. So if you really need assistance and you don't want to search the site, then we've got a great support team for that. Yeah,
we're also obviously on social media, all the platforms, Facebook, SafariNow South Africa. We're also on Twitter. You can follow us at SafariNow SA. And we also every Monday night host, it's under #TravelLocalSA. It's a live Twitter chat. So we're really trying to engage the community to share their experiences in the various different areas. So we're focusing on a different area each week. Last night, for instance, was Stellenbosch. Next week, we're going to Paternoster.
Nice.
So
West
it's
Coast.
really trying to promote local travel in South Africa and all the amazing, unique places we actually have. It's not all about Cape Town, Durban, Joburg. There's a lot of things in between. So
Absolutely.
great places to experience.
Untapped adventure. Absolutely love it. Janine, quickly before we go, your favorite place? If you had
Old
to say
McDaddy
one.
and Alger. I can't tell you how much I love that place.
Awesome. Janine, Yvonne, thank you so much for coming
Thank
through
you.
as well. Just really showcasing the absolute beauty that South Africa have to offer. But remember, just by joining the Expresso and Avios travel community, you stand the chance of winning big and really experiencing firsthand a true gem in South Africa.
How did Hayden book Cape Town? SafariNow.com.